What is up, you guys? Today we're going to talk about SQQQ. This is probably one of the biggest triple leveraged ETFs that there are out there. We're going to go over what exactly is SQQQ, and as well we're going to go over how you can use it to bet against the market, and as well the best ways to use it, because this is a triple leveraged ETF that does decay. Before we get into it, if you guys want to know more about specifically why a triple leveraged ETF decays, I already made a video about that and I'll put it up here. Any triple leveraged or double leveraged ETF is going to be traded off of essentially the underlying asset. And in this case, the underlying asset of SQQQ and TQQQ is going to be Nasdaq. So if the Nasdaq goes up, SQQQ goes down. If the Nasdaq goes up, TQQQ, which follows the Nasdaq, will also go up, and they're triple leveraged. So that means that if the Nasdaq goes up 1% today, TQQQ will actually go up 3%. And as you can see, this is a very powerful way that you can actually trade. Now, in instance with SQQQ, I like to say that this is a really good trading vehicle, not an investment vehicle. You do not want to invest in any of these triple leveraged ETFs. They do decay over time, and it's not something that you want to hold for longer than probably, a couple of days to the most, maybe 2 weeks. But even at that, I never hold these over a couple of weeks. So let's take a look at how you can use SQQQ to actually bet against the market. Let's look right here at a 1 day, 1 minute chart of underlying asset Nasdaq. So this is what's going to be over here on the left. And on the right, we're going to use SQQQ, which is going to be the triple leveraged inverse ETF of the Nasdaq. So you can see here on the 1 minute, as Nasdaq goes down, SQQQ goes up. So say you're somebody who doesn't understand options, or maybe you don't have enough money to trade options. Maybe you're afraid to take SPY puts or puts on the Dow or any of these things. You can actually use SQQQ to bet against the market. And the market's live right now. It's 12:27 Eastern Standard Time, and this is a perfect example. So you can see here that Nasdaq is actually rejecting here on the VWAP. Well, what you could do if you think the Nasdaq is going to go down today, you could actually take a position right here on SQQQ. And so now if the Nasdaq goes down almost 1%, that means SQQQ is going to go up 3%. I can't explain enough the importance of not holding any of these triple leverage ETFs or ETNs for more than a couple of days, or like I said before, 2 weeks, because they do have what is called volatility drag. But from an actual trading standpoint, from like a day trading or a couple day swing trading, this is an amazing trading vehicle because you can actually get triple leveraged movement against the market without trading options. Because the reason that everybody trades options, right, isn't necessarily because it's easier, even though, once you become better at trading options, it's really not that hard, but they trade it for the volatility, right? You could put up $1,000 and you could end up making 20, 30, 40% returns. Whereas if you were to put $1,000 in Nasdaq today, even if it went up 1%, that's all you're going to get. The cool thing about using TQQQ or SQQQ is the fact that you get volatility, which therefore makes for bigger returns. You can also see here that TQQQ is following to the T what the Nasdaq is actually doing, right? Literally to the T, rejecting off of this VWAP and everything as well. Now we're going to touch base really quick on what you should avoid, right? And we're going to talk a bit about decay. In the video that I put earlier, I'll put it here again, just in case you guys want to be able to see it. That will explain in detail what volatility drag is and why you don't really want to have any parts of it. But you can see here pretty perfectly how bad this decayed, right? Back in February, before we had this huge stock market crash, essentially, Nasdaq was trading at 9,768, okay? TQQQ was trading at $118. We had this huge sell-off, right? The Nasdaq sold almost 33% off, but then it bounced and the Nasdaq has come back an insane 63%. It is actually above all-time highs. If we were to take our drawing tool and we were to go to the top of highs in February of 2020, we are actually up 10%. Not like 10% from the crash, 10% from all-time highs, guys. That's insane. We're up 10% from all-time highs. Well, that means that TQQQ should be up, right? Because it's a triple leveraged ETF. It should be up 30%. No, actually, it's decayed so much, it's still down 2%. That goes to show you how bad these things decay, right? This should actually be up 30% and it's down 2%. The same goes, well, really badly for SQQQ, right? You see how much we sold off here back in February? This sell-off that I'm highlighting right here is the sell-off because it's the inverse from February. So even if NASDAQ were to fade, 10%, 20%, 30%, 60%, SQQQ would probably never go back up to $32.14. And this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand when they see these YouTubers trading these triple leveraged ETFs. They don't understand that, like, you can't just hold on to this for a couple of months or a year. Let's take a look. SQQQ is trading right now at $6.46. So this is a 3-year chart on SQQQ, and you can see, I don't actually know when it opened, but SQQQ used to be $140 a share and now it's down to $6. Now, of course, they've had reverse stock splits. I'll talk about that in a video later on, but this is showing you the power that not only can you mimic or actually inverse trade the NASDAQ, you can actually get more leverage, which means more potential returns, but it also shows you the horror that surrounds this, because you can lose nearly all of your money. If you were to have bought, SQQQ 3-4 years ago and held it till now, like, you would be down 95% of your money. And that's the scary thing. That's what not a lot of people talk about. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. The next video that we're going to talk about is going to be the secret to trading. And this is not some sort of clickbait. Like, I'm literally going to teach you the secret to being a profitable trader. So make sure you hit the notification bell. Guys, if you want to be a part of my private stock market community, I'm going to put 7 days for free in the link down below. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, I'll see you.